Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Let's see if this mic works. Might have to turn it up. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, 3 4, 3 4. All right. So Upper Dublin is up 19-14 in the first set of this senior night. That's Reese Mackey on the serve. And touch the net. That's going to be a point for Upper Dublin. It's 20-14. I'm working on getting a roster sheet, but of those that I do know, number 12 is Janice Angelonis, number 8 is Reese Mackey, and number 5 currently on the bench is Natalie Marshall. Sets it up, and Angelonis sets it over. Hatboro-Horsham on the attack, and they're able to push it over with the help of number 20. They just can't get it right there. And one helps push it over. It's actually 19-15. The point was awarded to Hatboro-Horsham. And this time, just a little love tap. That's all they needed right there to get that 20th point. And it's 20-15, Upper Dublin. Janice Angelonis to serve for the Cardinals. And just over the net. Angelona sets up. 19 pushes it over. And blocked by number 16. Point for Upper Dublin. And a nice one by the Cardinals. 4 points away from taking the first set on senior night. Upper Dublin is coached by Paul Choi, who is also the boys' coach. Took them to state playoffs a couple of years ago. Here's Angelonis on the serve. Puts it up. And nice defense. Number 20 again. And he finds a corner. She finds a corner. It's 22-15. Cardinals riding a 7-point lead. Angelonis on the serve. And right there in the hands of Reese Mackey, it's 22-16. Just a couple feet away, and that ball could have been in the air. Hatboro-Horsham makes a substitution for number 22 coming into the game. And here's a serve, just out of bounds, off the right corner. Natalie Marshall checks into the game, or so I think. And she will sub out number 1. Upper Dublin in the black and white. Hatboro-Horsham in the red and white. Except for the Libros, which are Upper Dublin red and white and Hatboro-Horsham black and white. It's 23-17. Upper Dublin with the lead over the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters. And here comes the serve. 19 sets it up. 20 pushes it over. Hatboro-Horsham gets it back. Marshall puts it up, and 16 pushes it over. Hatboro-Horsham back on defense. Marshall sets it up for 19, and that's Marshall actually that time. And Hatboro-Horsham finds the corner. They're coming back in this one. It's 23-18. Watch out for the Hatters. And just off the fingertips of number 8, Reese Mackey. And it's 23-19. We got a timeout break. We'll be right back. And we are back. Cardinals with a 4-point lead, 23-19 over the Hatters. The first set on senior night. Here's the serve. 19 sets it up. Marshall from the left side and blocked by the Hatters. Making a ferocious comeback in this one. Trying to take back the set. So the seniors that are being honored tonight, number 5, Natalie Marshall. Number 8, Reese Mackey. And an honorary senior, number 29, Abby Wolf. She unfortunately passed away in 2020. And there have been funds raised for her and a charity called Abby's Bakery. So donate if you can. And Upper Dublin wins the set 25-20. And we'll be right back in just about 3 minutes. Welcome back. Upper Dublin won the first set by a score of 25-20. And now that I have a game program, I can tell you all the interesting details about the Upper Dublin girls volleyball team, including the results and the roster. So, the Upper Dublin Cardinals. Last result was a win over Wiss, 3-0 at the Trojans' place. The last home game was a 3-0 win against CB South. They've won the last 5 games, 5 matches, they have not let up a set win since October 3rd when they beat GMA at home to start their 5-game win streak. Score is tied up 1-1 here in the second set. And a nice save is Marshall. And right through the fingertips. You could tell there she was trying to set it up and couldn't get it through. So number 19, Caitlin Small, getting the serve. Olivia Marcus checks out as in goes number 5, Natalie Marshall. A nice save. Bringing it back. Small getting it out and works. And tipped on their side, so it's 3-1. Caitlin Small gets it right over the net, and that's another point. It's 4-1 Cardinals. Small on the serve. Ball goes way up. And a nice 2-man block right there. This time off the fingertips of Shanley Joyce and number 5, Natalie Marshall. And that's going to be a point for Hatboro-Horsham. So currently on the court for the Upper Dublin Cardinals, number 5, Natalie Marshall, number 16, Shanley Joyce, number 8, Reese Mackey, number 2, Elisa Zhang, number 20, Madison Small, and number 19, her sister, Caitlin Small. 2 seniors on the starting lineup, as well as, I believe that's 1 junior and a couple sophomores, freshmen. All right. Number 18, Brooke Kinsley. Gets it inside the corner, and it's 6-2. Call that a 3-2-1 ace. A midair high five. Celebrate that point. Ball goes way up in the air. Number 11 trying to save it. She does for Hatboro-Horsham. There's Zhang. Marshall goes up and double blocked. That's going to be Shanley Joyce and Reese Mackey on the 2-man front right there. It's 7-2. Here goes again. And Kinsley's serve hits the net. It's 7-3. Be sure to show out for homecoming tomorrow in the Nest at Cardinal Stadium tomorrow at 7 p.m. Upper Dublin. Here's Truman. Be there or be square. It's 8-3. Elisa Zhang for the Cardinals, serving from the right side. Ball goes up in the air. Horsham on the attack. There goes Zhang. Over to Small. And Mackey finds it, and that'll be a point for Hatboro-Horsham as it just goes barely outside. Last time these two teams played was September 19th at Horsham, with Upper Dublin winning 3-1. And a nice save, but no one able to get it. That was Brooke Kinsley on the save, and just goes out of bounds off of that one. Serve hits the net. It's 9-5. Here's Marshall. Serve. And this time the net favors Upper Dublin like it did the last time. It's 10-5. Upper Dublin has doubled up the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters. And we got a timeout break. We'll be right back. Upper Dublin leads 10-5 in the second set. They lead 1-0. And we are back. Cardinals lead 10-5 in the second set. They lead 1-0 overall. Natalie Marshall on the serve. And a save. Zhang gets it over the net. Nice job by Elisa Zhang. This time, there's Small. Over to Angelonis, tips it down. Hatboro-Horsham fighting for it, and they get it. Back over the net. Blocked. And that's a double block. It's 11-5. Cardinals lead in this second set. Here's Marshall back to serve. Angelonis puts it up. Small tips it over. And goes out of bounds. It is 12-5. Marshall back to serve. Ball up in the air. Goes up. Angelonis puts it down on the floor. It's 13-5 after the shot hits the hardwood. Marshall back to serve again. Ball goes out of the bounds off of Hatboro-Horsham. It's 14-5. So the Cardinals this season started off with 3 straight losses, then went on a 6-game win streak. It's been just a couple streaks. 6-3. They are currently 11-6 on the season, with 3 games left to go, including this one. This is the final home game of the season. They go on the road on October 16th and October 17th to finish out the regular season, where hopefully they'll be contending for a state title. And it's 15-5 after a tie-up at the net. Marshall back to serve again. 5 consecutive points for the Cardinals at least since the break. And make that 6. They have not only doubled up, but have now tripled up the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters as we go back to another break. Hatboro-Horsham trying to find out what went wrong. We'll be right back in just about a minute. And we're back. Natalie Marshall ready to serve again. One of the 3 seniors honored tonight. And right on the floor, that's Reese Mackey. All you need sometimes is just a simple tap, like as it is in tennis. Unexpected. And that time they break loose. There's some emotion in that shot, you tell. It's 17-6. Cardinals with the lead. Cardinals are 7-3 at home this season. In the air. Double block. Gets back on it. That's Angelonis. Ball still in the air. And they make it over. There's Small. Over to Angelonis again. This time hits off the shoulder, number 31 on Hatboro-Horsham. And it is 18-6. (18-7). Cardinals with the lead in the second set. A 14-set win streak on the line here for the Cardinals. And it is 19-8. The big lead over the Hatters in this second set. Number 16, Shanley Joyce, steps into the game. Elisa Zhang finds her seat on the bench. Here's Janice Angelonis with the serve. And that's going to be over the line. That'll be a point for Hatboro-Horsham. Cardinals a 10-point lead. Nice setup right there. There's Small. Over to Cagnoli. Ball goes out of bounds. The only one on the lineup for the varsity roster we haven't seen tonight is number 6, Isabel Drewes, if I'm even saying that right. Cagnoli again. Off the end, it's 19-11. Anytime you can hold your opponent to single digits in a set is great. But right now, there's a reason why there's no time limit in volleyball, just as the same as there's no time limit in baseball. Anytime for a comeback, but we don't want that because it's UD Media and not Hatboro-Horsham Media. It is 19-12. Cardinals with a 7-point lead as Madison Small checks into the game first. Claudia Cagnoli is going out. Here's the libero for the Hatters to serve. Ball goes way up. There's Zhang. And Marcus hits the net. It's 19-13. And that time the ball hits over the side, and it's going to be 20-13. So number 19, Caitlin Small, to get the serve for the Cardinals. Up 20-13. And we're ready to go. Caitlin Small on the serve. They called out, but Horsham keeps it in. Double block. And that ball just hits the ground. It's 21-13. 4 points away from taking the second set. A 14-set win streak for the Cardinals. And that ball is going to stay in bounds, as they'll say. And the Cardinals retain a 1-touchdown lead. Speaking of touchdowns, there should be a lot tomorrow as the Cardinals take on the Harry S. Truman Tigers. 7 p.m. in the Nest. Show up and show out for homecoming. There's Small, Madison Small, right in the right corner. It's 22-14. Number 18, Brooke Kinsley, hops into the game for number 20, Madison Small. Takes the bench after getting that point. As Brooke Kinsley will take the serve. Horsham keeps it in. Ball gets tossed for a while. And number 18, Brooke Kinsley, can't make a play on the ball, so it's 22-15 Cardinals. Still a big lead here. Cardinals just need 3 points. Ball hits the net. It's 23-15. So here is Elisa Zhang, number 2 in the libero. Ball gets over the net. Set up. And that's going to be on the net. Net violation for the Cardinals. It's 24-15, and we've got a set point. Number 2, Elisa Zhang, serving from the right side. A left-hander. Horsham trying to keep it in. They do. Zhang over to Small. Angelonis tips it over. Horsham keeps it in. Ready to attack. And the ball goes out of bounds. Upper Dublin wins the set by a score of 25-15. As we prep for the third set, we'll be right back in just around 3 minutes. And we are back in the third set. The Cardinals lead 2-0. Really anything can happen here. But the Cardinals looking for yet another sweep. And how sweep would that be? So sweep. It would be the 6th straight of such, I believe. Or the 4th straight. Still not sure. Here's small to small. And the transfer does not result in a point. It's 1-0 Hatters. Hatboro-Horsham's number 31 to serve. Most of the crowd has left, but a faithful few. Hoping to see them get the win and then watch the Phillies beat the Braves and advance to the NLCS. That's going to be a point for the Cardinals, 2-1. That's Caitlin Small. It's tied at 2 between the Hatters and the Cardinals. And there's Marshall able to get it over. And that's the point for the Cardinals, 3-2. Retaking the lead. Glad to be with you on this Thursday night. On the eve of a big homecoming game. And on that eve, some senior night volleyball. It's 4-2 Cardinals. They have doubled up the Hatters. And that's off the fingertips of number 15 on Hatboro-Horsham. It's 5-2. So a fun fact about Hatboro-Horsham, they will rejoin Upper Dublin's conference for football in 2024. And their defensive coordinator is Dave Sowers. And if that name sounds familiar to you, it's because he was a defensive coordinator for so many years here at Upper Dublin, including last year when the Cardinals made the state semifinals. And that lost team in Tep Charter hopefully will be avenged in December again. Brooke Kinsley on the serve. And that's going to be another point for the Cardinals. It's 7-2. Here's Kinsley on the serve. And a nice slam off the fingertips. A point for the Hatters. It's 7-3. Cardinals with the lead. And that's Natalie Marshall putting it in space for an 8-3 lead. Zhang's serve hits the net. It's 8-4. Upper Dublin sets up. Kinsley hits over the right side and into a pocket of the student section for the Cardinals. It's 8-5. Cardinals with the lead over the Hatters. Number 25 of the Hatters, ready to serve. Ball hits the net. It's 9-5. Cardinals with the lead. If you're in the mood, for some Penn State football this weekend, you can watch them at 3:30 p.m. on Big Ten Network as they take on the Minutemen of Massachusetts. Massachusetts Minutemen are 1-6 on the season and a member of the FBS Independents. Their lone win on the season was a road win over New Mexico State in Week 0. That game was actually on ESPN, much to many confusion. Penn State is currently 5-0 coming off a bye week, as many people are saying this is going to be another bye week for the Nittany Lions. So, big matchup before Ohio State. Some may say it's a trap game. I say it's 40-0 by halftime. So, we'll see about that one. Hope to see Bo Pribula get some playing time, maybe even Jackson Smolik. And it'll be, hopefully, overall a good Saturday for Nittany Lions fans. 10-7 Cardinals with the lead. There's Zhang on the save. Caitlin Small over to Angela Lonis. Gets blocked. Put it back again. And they're ready to go once more. And this time hits off the knuckles of Lisa Zhang. And it's 10-8. The Hatters have come roaring back to just a 2-point deficit. They haven't led since 1-0, I believe. My name is Brian Portney. Glad to be your camera and color commentator and play-by-play announcer for today's game. Janice Angelonis to serve from the right side. Goes up. Ready to go. Caitlin Small. And off for it again. That's going to hit the tip of the pole. It is 11-9. Number 12, Janice Angelonis checks out of the game onto the bench for the Cardinals. Ball goes to Olivia Marcus. Madison Small this time off the knees of the libero. It's 12-9. Cardinals with the lead. So for those of you who are going to follow the Phillies game against the Braves, their game starts at 8:07 tonight, first pitch. Spencer Strider on the mound for the Braves. Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Phils. It's Red October. And we got a timeout break. We'll be right back in just about a minute. And we are back. Number 19, Caitlin Small, ready to go to serve for the Cardinals. And it hits off the Cardinals and out of bounds. It's 13-10. It's 13-10, the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters to serve with the libero. It goes off of Elisa Zhang. It's 13-11. Cardinals retaining a 2-point lead. Hatters trying to come roaring back as they have in many of the sets so far. I mean, in both of the sets so far that we've seen, have not made it an easy battle for the Cardinals. Thirteen to 12. Madison Small puts it on the floor again. And the ball gets carried through. Tie game. Horsham with a chance to take the lead. Caitlin Small to Natalie Marshall. Puts it down on the floor. It's 14-13. Cardinals retake the lead. And they'll call that a point for the Hatters after the miss serve by Brooke Kinsley. There's Zhang to Mackey. Zhang to Caitlin Small. Reese Mackey. Horsham on the attack. There goes Zhang again. To Small, Mackey, and that's going to get double blocked. Hatboro-Horsham, in a surprising turn of events, has taken the lead. Or shall I say, retaken the lead. And a nice tip over by Caitlin Small. And the ball hits the net. It's tied at 15. We got a timeout break. We'll be right back. We are back. It is tied at 15 here in the third set. Cardinals lead 2-0. Over the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters on this senior night. Libero Elisa Zhang ready to serve. Horsham keeps it in. And here's Small to Angelonis. Hits it hard. It hits just barely over the net. It's 16-15. Cardinals with the lead. Here's Marshall. Hits over the net. And that's going to be a point for the Cardinals, 17-15. Here's Zhang to Small. And this time Mackey gets it. Blocked by Hatboro-Horsham out of bounds. It's 18-15 Cardinals. The Phillies game has just begun. As far as I know, it is in the top of the first. That game is on TBS if you want to flip over once this game is over. Or if you want to do it now, I won't judge you. This game is pretty much almost done. But it's not yet. So Ranger Suarez deals a 1-2-3 inning. And it's on to the bottom of the first where Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper will meet the scared Spencer Strider. Cardinals lead 19-16 after that point. 6 points to victory. Countdown growing closer. I've been mainly the boys volleyball play-by-play announcer. Just glad to get out of the house during my football season. Do a little credit for the broadcasting club. They've been doing great this season. And I wanted to give one back to them. And the serve doesn't even hit the net. It just shanks. Well, we've had those bad moments. Shanked a couple kicks in practice today. So it's not the end of the world. Happens to the best of us. 19-17 Cardinals. There's Small. Over to Mackey. Keeps it in. But Hatboro-Horsham able to tap it through. And the Hatters pull within one. Here's the serve by number 21 of the Hatters. Looked like it was stay in bounds, but they'll call that on the Hatters. So a point for the Cardinals. Reese Mackey to serve from the middle. Horsham ready to go. Ball's up in the air. And up and down. 21-18, Cardinals lead. Four more points for the Cardinals. That serve hits the net. They won't get one there. It's 21-19. Close game. Cardinals need to have a 2-point lead to win the set and the match. Here's Small over to Angelonis. Horsham trying to save it, and they do with the help of number 17. Mackey, the Small puts it on the ground. It's 22-19. What a way to go by the Cardinals. Number 16, Shanley Joyce checks into the game as Elisa Zhang pops into the bench. 22-19, Janice Angelonis on the serve. Pops the ball up. There's Madison Small. Pass from her sister, Caitlin Small. They're both sophomores. There's Madison Small on the ground. Stays up. That's Marcus to Small. To Shanley Joyce. Tips it through. It's 23-19. 2 points left. Stay on the edge of your seat, ladies and gentlemen. This one is coming down to the wire. Here's Janice Angelonis on the serve. Horsham on the offense. That's Marshall. To Caitlin Small, Madison Small. Ball goes out of bounds. It's 23-20. Here's number 22 of the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters. Here's Zhang, pops it over. A lot of forearm touches, unlike in boys volleyball, where it seems to be a lot more regular hits, and both are exciting sports in itself, both the men's and the women's category. Match point here for the Cardinals. Here's number 19, Caitlin Small on the serve. Horsham calls out. Ready to go. They keep it in. Ball tipped. Small tips it over. Trying to save it, and they'll just let that one go. Try and get the next one. Here's number 18 for the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters to serve. Zhang to, that's Marshall. Getting back on it. And it's 24-22. Close game here. It'll go down to the wire. We've got a timeout break. We'll be right back in just about a minute. And we are back. Match point number 3. Small sets it up. And here's Small again. This time to Shanley Joyce. It stays up. And Madison Small has to put it back up. That'll be a point for the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters. Match point number 4 here. It's coming down to the wire again. It's all tied up at 24. We got a deuce. A huge roaring comeback for the Hatters. Cardinals can't stop it immediately. Michael Luce is asking for the pom-poms. A crucial deuce point. Puts it up. And it hits the net. Thanks to Shanley Joyce, it's 25-24. We got another match point. Match point number 5 at this point. Coming down to the wire. Here we go. Here's the serve. That was by Kinsley. There's Mackey. Blocked off. They got another shot at it. Kinsley. That's Caitlin Small. Gets the ball up. Stays in. That's Sang. Over to Marshall. Point Hatters. Huge finish here. The Hatters won't back down. Won't be turned around. They can keep this world from dragging them around, but they'll stand their ground. Here's Small, punches it over. And ball tips over. Hatters have the set point. And this point right here is the difference between another deuce point or just me having to stay here another 15 minutes, which I don't mind doing. But I got to get home soon. And, you know, watch the Phillies game, I guess. We'll be right back in about 40 seconds. Set point for the Hatters. Can they force a fourth set? Here goes. There's Small to Mackey. Finds a spot off the libero. It's 26-26, all tied up. Shanley Joyce checks out of the game, and in comes Janice Angelonis. It's tied up at 26. Elisa Zhang off to serve. And that hits the pole. It's 27-26. We've got a match point for the Cardinals. Ready for a big finish here on the eve of homecoming. Can the Cardinals get it done right here? Elisa Zhang with the serve. Hatters put it up. And that's off. The Cardinals win. That's game, set, match. The Upper Dublin Cardinals win the set 28-26 and overall win 25-20, 25-15, and 28-26 in 3 sets to extend their winning streak. The Cardinals win on the eve of homecoming. That's all for now. I'm Brian Portney, the color commentator, with a special thanks to Mr. Tranis and Mr. Squarey for helping make this stream possible. And thank you all, and have a good night. We'll see you next time.